found out that my parents have taken me out of their will so they can give it all to my deadbeat sister. So I took them out of my life. Recently, I was helping my parents with doing a bit of late spring cleaning and throwing a lot of old rubbish out when I came across what I assume is the most recent copy of their will, date June 2012. I didn't mean to look at it, but I moved it. I noticed in the beneficiaries section on the front, only my sister was listed. Then, I know it was horrible of me to do. I decided to have a read through it. I'm not in it at all. My sister is listed as the sole beneficiary. She will get their house, life insurance policies, savings, car, absolutely everything. They aren't rich people by any means, but due to the way property prices have risen since they bought their house in the 80s, this probably comes in total to about £500,000. They have always had a thing with favoring my sister a bit more than me, giving her extra attention and stuff, but I've never really minded. She is a bit of a screw up, and if I'm honest, she has needed the extra attention. I'm not going to lie either. My financial situation is a lot better than my parents. I'm engaged, and together me and my partner, no kids, make about £45,000 a year. She is a single parent of 2 children, deadbeat dad, no child support, earning about £16,000 a year. I know that is a lot of a gap, and I would understand if they left her a greater share to help her out more, but leaving me with nothing just seems so harsh. Whilst my fiancé and do earn more, we aren't exactly rolling in money, and even if they had only left me 20%, it would still be more than enough to help me start to buy a house. Obviously, this is all hypothetical, as they are both perfectly healthy and have a long time in them yet. It just seems harsh that if they were to die tomorrow, my sister would be set, whilst I would be left with nothing. Am I right to be angry about this? Should I confront them about it or not? I know it's not my money at all, but she is a terrible daughter to them. Over the years, she has lied to them, stolen money from them, and me, had to be bailed out, and fines paid for drug charges, etc. She barely even finished school as well, so while she is financially worse off, it's only because she has made herself so. On the other hand, I visit them all the time, help them out whenever they ask, went to university, which they had always wanted me to do. I paid for it 100% myself with no help, and it just seems like they are punishing me and rewarding her for being such a failure. Update, 12 hours later. I wanted to get this sorted out as soon as possible to book the afternoon off work, and went round to see them and learned 2 new things about myself from my parents. 1. I was an accident. Apparently, after my sister, my mom had a miscarriage, and they decided not to try again, and then a year later, along pops me. Because I was unplanned, they hadn't really thought through their finances, and so for about a year and a half, my dad had to work 2 jobs, and has always felt that I made him miss out on my sister growing up, and that because he rarely saw me, he has never really connected with me. As for my mom, the previous miscarriage had put her off of having children. She was content with her little girl, and by then, age 39, was quite happy to be done having children. 2. They are disappointed with me. They don't like my fiancé. They don't like that I live a 40-minute drive away. They are sad that I chose accountancy instead of doing a law degree. But most of all, they are disappointed that I am not closer to my sister. That is friends with a girl who spent most of her life bullying me, who has treated them appallingly, who stole money from them regularly until she moved out, and who I was persuaded to lend £2,000 of my savings for university to, so she could clear some debts. She never paid that back, and I had to get into a lot of debt myself to get through my final year. Apparently, this is why I am not in the will. They have never really seen me as their son. I was always a bit too distant and self-reliant, and apparently made it easy for them to love your sister more. I'm not down to get anything, as they don't really view me as part of the family. My going away for 3 years to uni made it worse, but it's something that they have always felt. They asked me if I felt that it was wrong what I did, and said that if I could persuade them otherwise, they would change it somewhat. My sister would still be the main beneficiary, but I would get something from them. I know you guys will probably be disappointed with me for my response, but I just left. I told them I didn't care about the money at all, and if they cannot see me as a son, then I no longer see them as parents. I have no parents now. Update 2. I'm now 33, happily married, have 2 beautiful daughters, and I'm running my own business that I started during the COVID lockdowns, which has basically helped us become fully financially independent. 0 contact with my parents or sister these past 11 years. Parents are still alive. As a result of insane house price increases in the UK, they are probably worth close to £1 million now, and I'm fairly certain my sister is waiting for them to die. From what I've heard from other people, her behavior has improved. No more stealing, etc., but she's still broke and in a dead-end job because she has virtually no qualifications to get anything better and no drive to improve. The only person I'm in any contact with is my nephew, sister's son. He's nothing like his mother, absolutely brilliant mind and currently at university studying maths, and my wife and I help him with his living expenses because he wouldn't have been able to go without it, and TBH with his mind it would be a waste.